Winner gets Tennessee tomorrow and would have to beat the first time. Draft eligible sophomore, 15th on Kylie.
Use it.
Hard to pass up the first round.
Been plenty good for them over at the hot corner. Ball! Foul pole to foul pole.
Just misses.
At all. I mean, he just barely picks a foot up, sets it down.
The load is. But again, when you're 6'4", 220 and as twitchy as he is, you don't have to.
He works a walk. This year he has kept his swing. Like maybe you're too much tinkering.
He isn't exactly your build or your makeup, and then you look up and you're lost.
To trust myself, he leaned into meditation, and Ben, your favorite, reggae. That's fair, yeah.
What is at the top of your list, Ben?
Just country music.
It's kind of redundant, right? Here's James Tibbs, GC Player of the Year. If you're going to be a first-round pick, then maybe James Tibbs. For exclusive coverage of today's game.
You feel like you just got in the at-bat and it's 2 strikes.
Number towards second.
Life. When you're going good, guy throws easy out or runner on third unless it's like when the game's going in your favor, if everything feels.
Strikes on James Tibbs. Plays off of that.
Yeah, it feels like
what Cam Smith has grown is like you just have to stay consistent because.
Full count again for Tibbs.
Rushed or sped up there taking those last 2 pitches, and again, can he win?
Houck's payoff is bounced.
But now you run up 2 very scary bats. With Tibbs, you end up, you better be razor sharp to these next 2.
Bat to center his first time, leading off the second. Up and in and
3-0. Max Williams, the first batter of the game, struck him out. 3 straight fastballs, and then Tibbs, he got situation. Ferrer coming to plate, 1 out, bases loaded for him. 4-pitch pitch.
His walks this year. His on pitch Sunday against Tennessee, and he came on in the 5th.
He likes to pitch up with the fastball, and if you watch Ferrer swing the bat, it is a real slider. It feels like kind of a slider matchup if you're Mateus, because to pull the baseball, you certainly don't want to give up a long ball right here.
I think first pitch is a fastball, and it's off. It's a fast.
Right, that's what he wants to do. The problem is that kind of matches up with Ferrer's strength. So you see right there.
Grand slams for Ferrer this season, and hatless Mateus also. Matty Mateus is 2-0. That's down and away 3.
I blame him. Just 1 on a walk. The last thing you want to do is miss and give up.
Ferrer takes a strike. That would be a good matchup for a high fastball top of the zone, but not for 3-1. That's down, and it walks. We've seen some unbelievable catches in the outfield. That's great. In the 3rd. First pitch swinging in the air to center. Honey's Tibbs. Sack fly, and it's 3-0 Florida State.
You know you got a fastball guy on the mound. Pence throws 81% fastball. He cuts head unless you hit it over the wall. That is plenty deep enough for a sack fly.
For Dalton Pence, who faces Alex Lodies, who's a righty. Not the choice for North Carolina here in the 3rd. Fouled back, and
as minimal damage as possible.
This 1-2 for Pence.
That fastball's different now. 32% whiff. Average D1 15.
Yeah, anything 18 is well above average.
Spag, and Colby Wilkerson takes charge.
To give this thing the eye test, and then ultimately, we'll make that decision. But as long as he says
parent coach in any sport at any level, then Link Jarrett.
That doesn't sound comfortable, but if it's not the arm, and
run down to the bullpen in between innings to kind of keep that arm, that area loose down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we've kind of noticed is the velo's just down.
1 towards short at Alex Lodies.
Yeah, the hitters are used to hitting 92, 93 and above, and all of a sudden you get a guy that's throwing 85, 86, start to make some adjustments.
Colby Wilkerson strokes it to center, but right at really good for Andrew Armstrong in his first outing since 3.5. Carolina, the first team to win its opening game in the regional.
The Chapel Thrill t-shirt, and I hope you get a little piece of the action.
Down and away, 2-1 on Honeycutt. Pulled on a line to left. Ferrer dives and can't make. Vance Honeycutt's got a 2-out double.
Does a good job of keeping those hands back and then just throwing the head at it at the end.
In this North Carolina offense, along with the man on deck, Parks Harbor. 88 from Armstrong. Well, to what you're saying, sometimes being down with velo might get some soft contact. The 1-1, Ben's outside, 2-1 on Cook.
And again, there's a lot to manage. You have to win today, and you have to win 2 against the Tennessee staff that's fully rested. So, you know, you got a 3-run lead. You're going to give Armstrong a little wiggle room here.
41 pitches, 2-1. Cook pulls it, and Rope scores, and North Carolina's on the board. A bobble out there and right, but
Here come the Heels. How about back-to-back doubles with 2 out, and another real
Base hit to score you anyway. I tell you what, though, there's a, you know, had there not been that bobble, and so I get once he did to just put the brakes because
to third his first time. Again, one of the best bats North Carolina's singles, and a hard out or two as well for the Atlanta native. And hold on the ground at Cam Smith, fielded it behind him.
And it's been tough for Florida against Florida State because they have put some runs on the scoreboard.
Follows Houck today after Mateus came on.
Roll, guys.
And Don Pence is exactly that. He is a yes sir.
Relievers want to be starters.
Jackson West slices with 2-strike hitting for a 1-out single for the best exit velocities on this powerful Florida State team. That the upside is immense. He lays off.
yeah, I mean, Link thinks he can a huge contribution this year. Maybe not your prototypical.
To 2 strikes. So they devote a ton of time to it. And Williams, whole side single, and West and Williams both reach with
breaking ball. And most of those traits are experience of that.
So put 2 on for Cam Smith. 2-2.
And the development.
On the ground towards second, Alex Madera to Colby Wilkerson.
Smith got into top gear, and he was only out a half step.
Yeah.
Pull to get to top gear.
So, bottom of the 4th, North for Florida State, and Andrew Armstrong, who's only pitched about 39 innings to 1 so far. Bouncer right side at Cantu, who flips, and Armstrong got there.
You've got to peel all the way around and get going.
And you got the fastest guy base right there. You got to give Armstrong some credit.
Let's get him pinch run.
To get to the first base line and kind of belly up if you could, but sometimes you just don't have that luxury.
Daniel Cantu can't grab it in the wind. 2-1 on Vanderbrink. But essentially, before recently was not
Right, just having good at-bats. And it's an offense scuffling.
It's really odd. I mean, we talk to some head coaches that say, hey, I put him in because his batting practice.
Vanderbrink pulls it to left, but right at Jaime Ferrer.
To do with the velocity of Armstrong, and then a lot of it, I think, has to do with the
In and to his left for Luke Stevenson, who rolls one at Drew Farrow.